You know, keeping your plants hydrated in this summer heat could be easier than you think, thanks to some breakthrough in plant nutrition.
Our Sandra Mitchell is in the garden to tell us how plant gel works.
Good morning, everyone. We're in the garden with our friend Nick Federoff today. We're talking drought. What do you mean?
I'm watching the plants grow.
Oh, this could get really tedious.
It could be, but how exciting it is for me, because you see how big this one is? These were planted at the same time.
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is what we do with our soil. And if you were to come over here at the Japanese garden, which is in Van Nuys, right next to the airport, we can hear
yeah, once in a while we hear a plane.
We really do. You're going to see that they have planting techniques over here that they fortify their plants a lot, and it's that nutrition that is so important. And that's what happened over here. There was nutrition that was special nutrition that was put into this plant as opposed to this plant. And now what we have is we have the results thereof. Now, one of the things that we come across all the time in our life, it happens to be plastics. Polymers, which means many things, basically, is what that means. And in particular, plastic things. I mean, if you wear contact lenses, chances are they're polymers. Bowls, anything that you're in your car. If you wear diapers, still, I don't know. They have polymers, and those polymers is what absorbs the water. Now, in the world of plants, over the last 20 years, we have seen just a resurgence of polymers, and how, actually not resurgence, but a resurgence of them, and because they have water-saving capabilities to them. And since we're, you mentioned, always in a drought, we need to keep that in consideration, especially when it comes to like hanging baskets. You know, you water this plant and you have nutrition that's being lost every time you water. Just washes
out, right?
Just washes right out. Well, if you have a polymer, and this is what our typical polymers kind of look like, what would you consider that? Like
like sugar or salt?
Yeah, like a kosher salt or something. Crystals, they're crystals. Well, you water these things and they're going to hydrate and they're going to get big. And then the roots are going to search that out, and then you're watering a little bit less in between. It's a good thing. But this right over here is really exciting to me, because this right here is this is polymers on steroids, and it has a fertilizer embedded into it. I have never come across anything like this in my life, and the reason why it's so exciting, by the way, it's called Nutra Gel, and it's a 12-13-9. And what's really cool about it, and what's really cool about it is because it has the fertilizer in there. Every time you water this bad boy, you get water in there. Yes, you're going to have leaching out, but the crystals the polymers have the fertilizer in there. It's going to retain more nutrients to that. And that's what's really cool about this.
It's like feeding and watering it.
It's feeding and watering at the same time. So what you want to do is this, really simple. When you're getting ready to do your planting, you're basing it based on the size of your pot. So let's say if it's a 6-inch pot, you're going to use a little bit of soil for this. That's probably about the right amount. And what we're going to do here is, you know how to do more of the cooking than I do. Can you put about a teaspoon in here?
Okay.
Thereabout, yeah. I guess that's a teaspoon, huh?
Yep.
You can actually use a teaspoon if you want. Then what we're going to do is we're going to mix this up really well. Okay. So by mixing it up really well, we're distributing it. And when we distribute it, what's going to end up happening is that we're going to see, I don't know if you can see this, these are the hydrated polymers.
They really puff up.
Yeah, look how they puff up
it's like
that.
a jelly almost.
The roots are going to find this stuff. They're going to latch onto it, and they're going to go.
They love it.
They do. They're just going to love it to no end. So then what we could do is that if we have something like this right here, now this is just a moss basket that we're trying to build over here, we can take our soil and we can start putting our soil inside.
Okay.
And there you go. So as we put our soil inside, we know that we've got ourselves those polymers in there. When we water, they're going to swell up. Of course, we're going to plant some plants in there. They're going to swell up, the roots will find it, and it's such a neat way and a breakthrough in plant nutrition that I'm excited about. So if anybody wants any more information about anything that we talk about over here, feel free to either call me or visit me online at thingsgreen.com, and especially Facebook. I'm at Things Green and Facebook. You can sometimes see pictures with me and Sandra. So that's the reason right there. So now we can just put plants in it.
It's such a big difference, right?
Yeah, it's a huge difference.